Stay with me because in this video, I am going to show you how I went from losing 90% of my income in my 50s to building multiple streams of income online with more time freedom, more location freedom, and the opportunity for even more financial freedom than I had. And if you've ever thought, it's too late for me, or I don't have a college degree, or I don't know where to start, then this video is for you. My name is Sandy and I want to share my story with you because I know I am not the only one who ever had to rebuild. I started my own business when I was 19 years old, back in 1987. Before the internet, before social media, before online business was even a thing. I built that business the traditional way for 32 years. I worked hard and I stayed consistent. But when I met the love of my life and I moved to a new state, I had hoped that my business would transfer easily, but it didn't. I ended up losing 90% of my income. And when you're in your 50s and you are nearing retirement, that kind of loss makes you ask some serious questions. I had spent decades building a life around being self-employed. So I didn't want to go to work for someone else. I had no desire to start over from zero in a traditional job. And I honestly found it frustrating that people often told me that I needed a college degree to make good income, when I knew firsthand that I started a company, built value, and made six figures without a college degree. But one thing that I absolutely knew was that my old business model had limits. I had income, but I did not have time freedom. I had a business, but I did not have location freedom. So if I had to move again, I would have to start all over again. And I knew I wanted something different this time. So stay with me because this is the part that changed everything. When I started looking for a way to make money that gave me the three things I really wanted: time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. That led me into the online space. And what I discovered was that online business can look very different from a traditional business. Instead of being tied to one location all the time, I could use automation systems, funnels, digital tools, AI to help work behind the scenes. That meant I could build something that I could run from my phone or my laptop. I could travel, I could move again, I could create income without rebuilding my entire life every time circumstances changed. And that was the shift I had been praying for. And through my journey, my faith mattered very deeply to me. Philippians 4:19 says, "And my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus." That verse reminded me that I was not alone in trying to rebuild. And Deuteronomy 8:18 says that it is God who gives us the ability to create wealth. To me, that means he opens doors, he gives wisdom, teaches skills, and equips us to create. So with this was never just always about just making money. It's about stewardship. It's about using the gifts, the ideas, and the opportunities that God placed in front of me. So I kept learning from scratch in my 50s, and over time, I started generating multiple income streams through a few platforms and digital programs that I could share online. I also built a school community, which helped me provide support, structure, and a place to keep growing for other people that were just like me. And what I love is that these income streams allowed me to keep moving forward towards the life I wanted, with more options, more freedom, and more flexibility, and the ability to work for myself instead of someone else. So if you're watching this and you feel stuck, I want you to hear me very clearly. It's not too late. You don't have to start a college degree and start that education, and you don't need to have it all figured out. And you do not need to know everything before you begin. What you do need is a decision to learn, a willingness to take action, and the courage to build something new. The online space has changed the game for people who want to create income with more flexibility and freedom, especially if the traditional path no longer fits the life you want. So if you want to learn more about the programs I use and the steps I took to start creating income online, I've put everything on my website. There you'll find the resources, the digital programs that helped me get started. So if you're ready to explore a new way to create income, go to my website, take a look around, and see what fits you best. And if this story encouraged you, comment below and let me know what part of rebuilding your life online speaks to you the most. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.